Welcome to Positive Vibes Radio Show. Today, I am sitting here with the lovely,
Leafy, the co-host.
and I am also sitting here with the lovely.
Natasha Street Williams. Hey, everybody.
Yes. Welcome. So we're gonna do a recap from the show last week, and we had Corey Ether on the speaker here. That was a good show with him.
That was
It
a good
was. It was a
show.
really good show.
Yeah, so for those of you who missed the show, you can always go back and watch it on IntellectualRadio.com or YouTube. And I would love for my listeners to call in if you have any questions. Hey, y'all. And you can call us at 708-223-8953.
Yes. We
Yeah,
are
I had
here
my
on
tea
your
today, baby. I'm in.
Tuesday. It feels good outside too.
It really do.
It does.
It
It's hot
does.
still.
So you know what time it is.
The positive.
Word of the day.
Yes.
Woo.
So the word of the week today is the vibe word of the week.
Okay.
Honest
Yes.
is the word. I love that word.
A lot of people have a hard time with being honest
Choose themselves.
to yourself. You have to be true to yourself. If you want your true breakthrough, if you want to move forward in your life, if you want to see growth.
So Tiara, how would you describe honest? Like what would be your definition of honest?
Truth, living in truth,
True.
speaking truth.
What-
Even the things that you don't know, it's hard to deal with. It's just
Mhm.
living in your truth, speaking the truth because the truth set you free.
Yes, I agree.
That's true. But sometimes being truthful to yourself, sometimes a lot of people actually live in a lie and they think it's the truth.
Yeah.
Because
lot
they
of-
lie to themselves so much that they think it's the truth. And then when you come tell them truth, they be offensive, they be defensive, they be angry. You don't know what you're talking about, and they shut down, and it becomes hatred.
Yes. A lot of people have a hard time accepting the truth. I feel a lot of people have a hard time with accepting the truth because it's either they're comfortable with the lie and knowing that they're not all the way together. You know the truth, you want to leave or stay, but sometimes you're like comfortable in it, or like what you need to do, but sometimes you're like, man, I just don't know how to move my feet. So
That's
it
so
just it's really just dealing with yourself or dealing with that issue and being real about it.
Absolutely. Hi, cousin Chris. So you
Lily
moonlight
is
on
having
me. I
difficulties
am
over
not
here.
moonlighting on you,
Trying
cousin.
to go
The
live.
topic of the
but
day
it's not
is
working.
her word of the week is honesty.
Vibe word of the week is
Vibe week,
honest.
yeah, vibe word of the week. That's a tongue twister. Vibe word of the week is honesty. Hey, Norris, how are you?
So tell me, Lily, how
No, I am not
is
moonlighting on you.
honest? How do you apply honest to your life? Or you being honest?
I apply honest to my life. Kind of, I don't want to say piggyback on what you said because, we all got our own opinions, but you have to be honest within yourself. And it's so funny. I was listening to the radio today and a man was like, kind of being honest is having integrity. So you have to have some type of integrity for like what you believe in and what you stand for. Because if you don't, like, it's super easy to get distracted. It's super easy to let anyone sway you to their opinion or to their belief. Like, just even like LeBron going to the Lakers. I'm not a LeBron fan, but say if I was a Laker fan, then it's like, I'm not being honest within myself. If now I'm like, oh, go Lakers, like you have to be to some certain degree, you have to have some type of integrity to like really be true to yourself.
Do you find it hard really dealing with yourself, like having self-awareness?
I don't find it hard having
Good
self-awareness. I mean, it's definitely a struggle, especially when you want to grow closer to the Lord. In my opinion, like if you have to drop that deadness of your own self, like that oldness of you, and be honest at saying, this is who I am. This is what I want to become. This is where I'm going. You have to be honest within yourself, or you'll just get lost in the way and go, like I said, wherever the road takes you, instead of saying, nope, this is my path. This is where I'm going. And I'm true to myself about that.
That's good. Now, cousin Chris says she was honest with someone, but they were in denial. So, how do you get through to them? Getting through to somebody that's in denial.
You can't get rid of them.
You can't. You just gotta let God handle that. Because
Honestly, you just okay. With me, for instance, I have dealt with hard people. Okay, you're trying to
Yes.
break through the hard people, and so I learned that you have to be diligent. That's one. Two, you can't tell them how they feel is wrong. You have to
So
tell
true.
them that is your feelings. So I respect that that is your feelings. If you're going to state your feelings.
yeah,
Three, you can't go back and forth with somebody who says they right. You can't.
you can't.
You won't win the argument. You just won't
That's
win.
true.
So, however, I feel like yeah, you stating how you
I don't
feel.
think it's healthy to go back and forth with someone.
It's not. Two
It's
people should be able to communicate.
yeah, like if you can't communicate and give your own opinion, it's like how are we ever gonna grow together? You know, like I feel like every relationship, whether you're married, your boyfriend, your best friend, like you have to be able to communicate so you guys can have the best understanding. It's like, what's the point if you guys can't talk it out?
That's true.
That's
So, in
true.
that process, I just believe that you have to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And I'm learning in my process and in my today that is not, it's the tone that you give. So, you got the aggressive tone, cousin, it's not going to work. And you do have the aggressive tone. So, we may have to change the tone in order to
Hey,
get to the
Xavier.
person, come down to their language and be able to relate. So, I would definitely say that when it comes to talking to somebody that's in denial, understand where they're at, respect where they're at, and just give your opinion. I believe that at some point they're going to go back and listen to what you said, told them. It may not, they'll receive it, but they may not receive it at that particular moment.
Yeah, you plant the
So,
seed with them.
yep, just drop them nuggets.
Sometimes when you're not saying so much, you could talk to anybody. You could talk their ears off and tell them what they're supposed to do
I don't believe you,
24/7.
Chris.
That don't mean they're gonna do it. And I feel like when you constantly like chewing somebody out, or you constantly like jamming your thoughts and telling them what they should do, the person don't necessarily listen all the time.
I agree.
So I feel like the less you say, like silence is a killer.
It is. And you have to be patient with them. That was our vibe word of the week a couple of weeks ago. You have to allow them to let it sink in. Like, you can't just say, like, oh, this is what I think and this is how you should act and that's it. Like, no, you have to allow it, like you said, plant that
Plant the
seed
seed.
and let it, like, allow the seed to grow within them, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, we are all seed planters and someone else is going to come and water that seed. Like, it may not be you to get them out of that hole. Like, it could be someone else that's going to come along and drop some gems into them, and then they're going to be like, oh, I
Oh my
remember
God.
Lily said that before. Tasha said that to me, and I didn't really take it well, but now I kind of understand where she was coming from.
True.
I was actually
Oh.
reading this passage today, and I'm trying not to go spiritual, but when you said that, it did. We sow the seed, God grows the seed.
Amen.
So as long as you're sowing those nuggets, as long as you're sowing those seeds, and just let God do the work. I'm actually dealing with that with someone being in denial that's very close to me, and it's frustrating. It gets on my nerves, but there's nothing I can do. I just got to sit back, continue to pray, and just know that God's going to have the final say so. And it also comes to the level of maturity when it comes to that person that's been in denial. Because if they're immature, they're not going to receive it.
That's true.
They're not-
Xavier, you know what? He just put something really good on here. He said that you can't have morals, values, and trust without honesty.
Your nails are really cute, by the way. That was
Thank you.
honest.
Wait a minute, say that
Thank
again.
you.
You can't have what?
You can't have morals, values, and trust without honesty.
That's true.
so true.
That is.
That I like that.
So
that is
morals,
true.
What'd you say?
Morals, values,
values.
trust without honesty.
And that would actually set your standard
It
and your
does.
expectation by having those three components.
Yeah,
It tells a lot about you as a person.
it does.
It-
Self-check is definitely one part of being honest and being true, knowing that, okay, I need to grow in this area. I need to move in this area. I need to sit down. I'm learning how to be quiet. That was the hardest thing for me to accept, is being quiet.
And that's also to me thinking about when you said self
That's
check.
true.
I just lost my train of thought.
With self check,
Self
self
check.
awareness.
Self awareness and with criticism. So if someone is, you're facing criticism or like rejection or whatever it is that you may not like, you have to be honest and say, okay, how can I grow past this? How can I overcome this hurdle or obstacle that I'm facing? Like we were talking today and I had to realize something that I did that was not like where I want to be or who I want to be. So I had to really like, okay, even though I didn't like this, I may have had someone feel some type of way, but like I'm honest enough to admit that and be like, okay, how can I fix this? How can we grow from this? How can I overcome this or do something differently the next time so it won't happen again?
That was an
Really?
honest moment.
That was an honest
And I
moment.
really appreciate you for bringing that up because I kind of was, but then I wasn't. So I was like, if it was, she'll bring it. So I thank you for bringing that up and having an honest moment. And yes, we had an honest moment today, and friends should be able to agree to disagree, and if you feel some type of way, the other should be able to receive it if you plan on growing as two people. And we know like starting in something new is not easy because you're getting to know each other and the trust.
Absolutely.
So when you have trust, just like you said, you communication is everything. And a lot of people shut down, and we all dealt with friends or family who you can't really talk to about everything because they always on the offense
And they're so sensitive.
and sensitive to anything you have to
That's the
say.
key. Sensitivity.
Yeah, and they
People.
sensitive to the very thing that you're trying to say when it's not that I'm trying to break you down. I'm trying to help us both break through this issue or this situation or this circumstance.
Well, Lily, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You stated that you took your conversation that you had with Tiara today, you
Mhm.
evaluated it, you did some self check, you didn't like it, but you accepted it. Your actions, right? Have you always been like that?
No, I wouldn't say I've always been like that because usually I would say I run, like, I wouldn't say I run from things, but it's just
Hi,
like,
Andrea Nicole.
when you get like, okay, whatever, she felt that, like it wasn't my intention, like to me, like you can only apologize so many times, but like as I'm growing into like the woman that I want to become, like I offended anyone. I don't want them to feel like I offended them because it's never my intention. It's never like, oh yeah, this is how I was thinking. Like it was like, like I don't want to say like an airhead, but I be like living in the clouds. I be on my own little cloud and because I'm so used to just being by myself and doing things by myself. So when it's like other people around, like, like you just have to have other people's feelings and into consideration. Like it's just me like being a better person and me wanting to make sure you're okay and make sure like, oh my, like even if I didn't see it that way, it's like, oh my goodness, if you felt that way, I apologize, and I had to think about it. Like I can see where she
Okay,
felt that
Kim.
way, or
Okay.
I can see how she could have took it that way, but it was never my intention. But it's all about being honest within yourself and just like, hey, like I'm sorry if you felt that way. How can we get past this? Like, let's talk it out. Like, what exact to me, when we were talking, I'm like, okay, what exact point did you feel like this? Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, because I'm like, I didn't even, I sensed it, but I was like, just in my high of like living out, you don't other people, and now I'm working on is thinking about other people and me being a manager. Like I talk to the associates one way and I'm like, oh, let me check myself. Like I don't want them to think I'm coming off rude or anything because that's not my intention. But I'm like, hey, you gotta do this, like do that. So that is one thing I am trying to, better myself at.
So
But
you owned your stuff.
I did own it. You can have stuff. Like if you not own it. Like I love that song. You have to own whatever you're sitting in. If you're not not being honest within yourself, hey,
Sierra, I got a question for you. The same question. When were you was able to feel comfortable to telling somebody how you feel versus just letting it go? Because sometimes we just sweep the rug, right?
We do.
And maybe
Yes, I
it's
used to do that.
you sweep it up under the rug, take it into consideration that you may turn around and say, well, maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe it's just me, I'm in my feelings, right? But when you bring it to the table and you have the other parties willing to work things out, and we say, oh, it's going to get, we just want our relationship to be back the same. Sometimes you can't have this relationship to be back the same. It has to get better.
Better.
Yeah.
So when you all had crossed that, jumped over that fence, it's like on another journey now. How did that make you feel?
It makes me feel good because I'm not a one-sided person. I'm not a me person. So before I go and talk to her, I can't talk. So with me, it's different. If the wound is still, you can't just be picking at it when you ain't fully ready to put the Band-Aid on it, right? If you're going to keep playing back and forth with it. So with me, I had to self-evaluate the whole situation as one. Like take myself out of it and like sit back and just do a replay in my head. And so like you said, like, am I tripping? Because I could be, but at the same time, I could have been a burden to the situation and at hand, or I could have. So it was many thoughts, and I'm not one sided. So I basically was like, if I am, I didn't like, I wasn't planning to be that way. You know what I mean? So, but these are my thoughts, and it's just not what you say, is how you say it. And when you ready, after I feel like do a whole self evaluate, talk to yourself and everything, and then present it because you don't ever want to come halfway with something. And she could have had something to fight back, and I probably wouldn't even do it. And she was like, "So where is this coming from?" So I had to make sure that I'm not in my feelings. I had to push my feelings to the side a little bit, and when everything was like cool, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to talk without it being or getting hostile, or you know what I mean.
But that's a true friendship to me when you
Yeah.
are able to, like, especially if it's a party that felt, like offended or something, like when you're able to even come to that friend and say, hey, this is how I felt. And this is, how I was feeling, or like when you did this, like that's a true friendship because you're being first honest within yourself. Like it was a little problem, instead of like, you said brushing it under the rug and then not saying nothing. And then you totally act different towards me. And I'm like, hey, like, what's wrong? Like,
I had to
what
check myself,
happened?
my heart, and I wanted to make sure, like, because I know that nobody is perfect. So I like to give the benefit of the doubt because I want somebody to give me the benefit of the doubt. If I was to do something or say anything to offend you, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, dang, it wasn't even like that. So, I wouldn't want you to just drop me off something so little and then you not even talk about it.
Right. Sometimes a lot of people do get dropped. A lot of friendships do end
Yeah.
because people are not honest. They're sensitive. They're in their feelings. And sometimes I realize that I may do something unconsciously, not knowing that I've done it to you because it's just become a habit.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't pull me to the side and say, hey, you did this to me. Hey, we offended. Hey, we got a problem here. And we talk about it and you apologize, but there's still root that's laying dormant that you really haven't forgave because now you're still feeling some type of way. How many times do you got to keep apologizing for the same thing?
Yeah.
I cannot stand that. That is one of my biggest pet peeves.
What is that?
Like apologizing for the same thing.
Me
like,
ain't got that bad. I'm sorry, fellas. Y'all got that bad.
Especially if it's like, okay, I can see if I really hurt your feelings. Like I will apologize like up to 5 times, but I'm not apologizing no more after that. And 5 to me is a lot of times to apologize for the same
2 times.
Right.
I was actually talking to Prophetess Goldman at one time. She was doing a counseling session with me and my daughter. And sometimes people may feel as though that they owe you an apology. So you may sincerely give them an apology, but if they're not ready to accept their apology, then it's going to be really hard for them to receive the apology that they're giving you. So at that point, you cannot keep accusing somebody that after they apologize for the same crime.
That's
if
true.
If we go to court over this ticket and I didn't pay the ticket and you found me not guilty, or you found me guilty and I didn't pay the time, why you gonna keep accusing me of the same thing? I didn't pay. I can't get charged twice.
That's true. And then another thing is sometimes we forgive with expectations. We forgive expecting that they saying sorry. A lot of times people are sorry when they get caught or just because they not really genuinely meaning it. And so at that moment, it's like you got the choice to say, Okay, I forgive, I forgive you without expectations. Like I'm not expecting you some like okay, for instance, I know a situation or we've probably been in it a lot of us the same situation. You could be in a relationship and he apologized to you. He said, listen, I'm sorry that this thing has happened. Man. So you expecting, okay, apologize.
But you're looking for it to happen again.
No, but you feeling like it's not gonna
You
happen
feel
this
like he should
time.
be doing more or trying to change who he is
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
to make
yeah,
you feel a
Because he
little
said he's
better.
sorry. So now
Exactly.
you feel like it's finna get better. It ain't gonna happen no more.
But then your
But then it happened
expectation
again.
falls.
Boom.
exactly.
Hey.
And also unconsciously, you looking for it to happen again. So
Yes.
even when you go into another relationship and you see those same behaviors from the previous relationship, now you guard it. Now you looking for it because it didn't happen again because of the same behavior from the previous relationships, and that's where
That's
that
true.
trust come in. That's where that means you don't trust. That's where that you're guarded. You can't give your all because you're looking for those same results from the
So
previous
if anyone
relationship.
wants to call in, the number is 708-223-8953. We're having a discussion. Our positive vibe word of the week is honest.
Honesty.
Honest. Lily, you had to really honestly look back at that number.
I had to, yes, because I would say the wrong number and then I would feel embarrassed. Like, I mean,
Yes.
But yeah,
Honest.
call in if y'all want to have a discussion. What does honest mean to you? How are you honest with your like loved ones? How are you honest with yourself?
That's going to be so hard for a lot of people being honest.
To be honest.
Especially in a world of social media. Like, I feel like all social media is so fake. Like, you live a fake life. So, how can you ever be honest with yourself if you're like living a pretend life on the internet?
Yes. It is a lot of people that hide behind the camera.
We were just talking about that.
Live
The image
one
that
way
people are
that
trying
puts
to
their
portray.
yes. A lot of people try hard for a thing and not just be honest with
yourself.
you.
Like, I can
That's
go
so hard.
hiatus on Instagram for like 3 months and I wouldn't feel like I'm missing something. I wouldn't feel like, I wouldn't feel no type of way, but other people would be like, oh, every moment I gotta post this, I gotta put this up there. And it's like
sometimes people look for, I believe in the book of Tasha, that they look for validation.
Yes.
Yeah.
They look
I
for,
agree that.
they want the attention to be on them.
Yes.
They want attention, just pretty much attention. They want feedback. They're lonely. They don't have any lives. If you're on Facebook more than 3 hours a day, constantly posting pictures, and you have no life.
Unless you have
Hey,
a business.
Sarah.
If you have a business, a book, like I know all my people that do, I
That's
say
different.
post all day, advertise all day
That's
because
totally
it is a
different.
good platform for advertising and running ads on. And you see all the shoppers online.
But venting all day,
But venting, no.
telling your
I
problems all day.
cannot with people telling their problems
No.
on social media.
Because some people getting a kick out of you being miserable, or they feeling like you're miserable and you just want the world, or to just know or give you some type of attention.
I feel like you just have to. Everyone has at least one person that they tell things to, not even your
Yes.
deepest secrets, but to confide in. Even if it's someone at your job that you guys like, hey, let me like just tell you this so I can feel a little better about myself. Like, you don't have to put it on display for thousands of people to see.
Yes, I see people in relationships blasting the other one. Then they right back together.
Exactly.
Right.
All 5,000 of us just saw that y'all wasn't. So what happened?
Exactly.
They all just saw that she cheated on you with your brother. Like, and now y'all back together.
Tell all the business.
Exactly. Speaking of honest, I was actually first time looking at Red Talk with Jada Pinkett.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that
Yes.
up
Hey,
because that was a
Broadway.
good topic.
It was a good topic with
Yes, let's
Gabrielle
talk about
Union.
that. Yes.
I did not know that she was so insecure. And when she just recently admitted that she breathes off people being miserable.
Yes.
She said that if the tables, if she was not the center of attention and attention was getting taken off of her and she called it a hot girl walks in, she would belittle the hot girl. She would tear her all the way down. And she did not realize it until her life coach, AJ Johnson, asked her, what did you get from that?
Wow.
Did it put more money in your pocket? Did it get you a deal? Did it get you a spot on the next movie that's coming up? And she said no. But when she realized that she was breathing off by somebody else being miserable, she realized that she wasn't happy with herself. But when I thought about Gabrielle Union, I thought about somebody that, she had a strong personality that had it all together from the outside. But the inside, she is toe up. And her and, what's the lady's name? Jada Pinkett was not friends for 17 years.
I heard about that because it was like basically a dark skin, light skin thing or something.
Because in Hollywood, you have to compete.
Yeah.
They're competing with each other for the parts.
They really are.
And people thought that they fell out because of Jada, now because of Gabrielle and Will having an affair during Bad Boys taping. But they had a fallout before that, and they don't even know why they fell out.
And that's the problem with like women. We just fall out, and then it's just like, and like me, I'm guilty of it. Like if I fall out with you, I would just keep going my own little way. Like I would reach out so much. You can only do so much. But if you want to keep swimming away, I'm gonna let you swim away from me, and I'm gonna just keep doing my thing. And I know that's probably how a lot of women feel as well, because it's like, why am I gonna keep, giving the olive branch when they keep breaking it?
That's true.
You have to know when to cut it off.
Yes. And I think some women have a hard time empowering other women. And speaking of the Gabrielle situation, instead of her, looking at her and saying, wow, you are a good actor, it's, here's my competition. Now I can't win or be great because she walked in the room, or she has this. And, sometimes what you feel like, she could have felt like Jada, but she could have been her breakthrough. She didn't probably know what the woman was going through. And sometimes you don't know what people are going through. And you have to be honest
with yourself to be confident in yourself. Like,
you do.
Like, how are you intimidated just because of a prettier girl, especially like me? And I've had this so many times. I'm dark skinned. I'm a chocolate girl. I don't got all the body or anything. So it's a lot of pretty light skinned girls, people with bigger boobs. But I'm honest enough, confident in myself that, hey, this is who I am. This is what I have to offer. If you don't like it, fine. But I'm not going to tear another woman down because I think, oh, she's gorgeous. She's, this or that. Like, it's like, hey, we all got our own shine. We all got our own uniqueness about each other.
Exactly. And it's like, we all have be your own beautiful.
Yeah.
And I feel like now everything is like, it's like,
you have to be picture perfect.
It's measured. You got to have big boobs. You got to have a flat stomach. You got to have a big booty.
Right.
It's crazy. But now that's like what society is making you feel like is beautiful, instead of you can have that and still be ugly. An ugly attitude.
That's what sells. That's what's in videos. And one thing that she did say, I believe it goes back to the confidence level. A person that's been insecure. And a lot of times when you have that strong, you may not have the appearance of being a beautiful, right? You may not be that eye candy, but you may have the personality of an eye candy. But when that person comes in and have a strong personality because she's walking in confidence, she's tore down because of what our physical looks like. And I just think that's wrong.
I feel it is wrong. It's like judging a book by its cover.
Correct. So sometimes people don't want to date chick that's 500 some pounds but have the beautiful personality, know how to run a household, know how to be businessman, know how to be that that chick. But because she's 500 some pounds, we don't want to give her that opportunity. Or even when it comes to a man, we don't want to give that man an opportunity because he works at McDonald's. He may only bring home $600 a he works at McDonald's.
I mean, not to like that, but you gotta have.
Tasha, could you use another scenario?
Right, you gotta have some type of. You gotta be better than what I'm
get where you're
going
with it.
I get where you're going with it
too. That the money is going to dictate.
The money don't. It definitely don't.
I feel like you can get a job anywhere.
Man, so I give that.
I feel like you can. I feel like McDonald's is a starting right off of high school type of job. Not for everyone. But for the guy that I am looking for, like, I want you to motivate me, like, oh, he doing this, or he doing, like, I need someone that's going to want to pull me up.
He may be working at McDonald's.
But he got to have goals.
Exactly.
He does. How old is he working at McDonald's?
Say that he's 37 working at McDonald's. Some McDonald's So he may be the crew
Well,
leader.
someone just said,
Do
keep
he
it
own-
real, Lily. I'm keeping it honest right now.
Do he own the McDonald's?
No,
Right?
he
Do he
doesn't
own the McDonald's? Tell
Who
me.
is he sweeping the parking lot?
That wasn't a
if
good one.
If he's the one that's cleaning the back, like I did that when I just graduated. When I graduated out of college, I worked at Speedway. I don't have nothing against people that work a dirty, hands-on job.
I did.
Because I did it too. People was coming in judging me, like turning me down, and I'm thinking like I just got a degree from U of I. Like little do they know. But at the end of the day, like that was how I was getting my money. But like Tierra said, I had goals. I knew this was not my stopping point.
But McDonald's are now making $15 an hour.
I don't even eat McDonald's, so I can't. I don't even eat.
So you're
McDonald's.
She
going
vegan.
to.
I'm not vegan, but I don't eat anything with a commercial. So y'all out here know that I am trying to live eat a healthy life.
Eat clean.
Yes,
Eating
I don't
clean.
even eat McDuff. That's what I call it.
McDuff.
McDuff.
Wait a minute, I have to ask the question. So we're measuring the people that we date by the jobs that they have or the money that's in their account.
Not really. I would not say that because
You just said if he works at McDonald's, I'm a shot.
You used the wrong scenario a little bit.
Why?
You used the wrong scenario.
Right, he work at McDonald's?
Yeah,
No.
he can own it.
He can own it?
He can't own it, or
Or
he
have
can work
dreams of
at.
owning it.
I don't know.
What is that movie that Taji? What was that movie I was watching yesterday?
Don't do it.
I got to do it. What was the name of the movie?
We don't know.
We don't know.
With Tyler Perry.
Nope.
And
Taraji.
Yeah, she was talking about acrimony.
What was it?
Acrimony.
Yes. Have you seen that movie?
No, not really.
I need you to go watch that movie. Because he had nothing, but she fell in love with him. She gave all his money. She gave him all her money. Her mother died. She inherited $350,000. Gave all the money away because she wants to support his dream, right? But because he didn't have a job and she was in love, she kept doing. The average woman probably would have walked away, which she did. She finally got tired and walked away because he wasn't carrying his weight.
Yes.
But at the end, he believed in his dream. He sold his dream, ended up getting more.
But didn't he leave
That's
her
different.
though?
No, she left. She gave him a divorce.
Let me tell you.
Taraji?
Yeah.
I thought she left. He went with another girl or something. Well, I didn't see the movie, so I don't know.
Watch the movie.
Listen, it's nothing wrong with where you work if you got a dream.
If that's your job, get your money. I'm all for people getting their money.
Definitely get your money. I do have an issue with the ones who don't have goals.
Yeah, that's like complacent.
They're comfortable. So if you there and you comfortable and you feel like somebody finna come free you,
like
then you have
especially if you work at you work at fast food. So then maybe next time, maybe you like, okay, I'm gonna try to work at Olive Garden. Like try to get a stepping stone if that's where you want to be.
Yes,
because like me, I have a good paying job, but I don't want to be comfortable at that job. I know this is not where God is calling me for the rest of my life. So like people can turn down on me. Oh, she work retail, but I know I have goals. I have other things that I want to achieve and like accomplish in life. So
yeah. So anybody, like if you don't know your purpose or you don't like your job, wherever it is, it's a job. So that's a blessing for one, because a lot of people can't find a job. So that is a blessing that you have a job. Now, on top of the job, and you want to be free from the job, or you're not sure of what you want to do, just start writing down a vision or things that you're passionate about to help free you from your situation and circumstances. So I'm not judging whoever works wherever they work.
Right. You can get your money
out.
Me neither.
The one for me, I have a vision. I have a goal. I have an expectation of where I'm at now, because I dealt with somebody who didn't have, and you try to be there and then they play you.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Okay, and that didn't get you nowhere. So it's like you might as well stop stop shortcutting. Giving yourself a discount. Stop giving discounts to people. You know what I mean? When you value yourself.
That's the issue right there. Sometimes people don't know their value. I work for AIU and I talk to over 50 people a day, right? And I realized the first question that you may ask them, what are your goals? 90% of the people I talk to don't have goals. They're just living. They're just existing. They're not even living. So some people don't even know what a goal is. They don't even know how to achieve their goals.
Well, thank God that you're talking to them, because I could not even imagine life without having some type of goal, whether it be like, oh, I want to go to Africa one day. Like, that's a goal. Like,
now, sometimes people may think that's a dream. And depending on where you at mentally, they may feel they'll never get there. It's just a dream, not a goal. So if it's a goal, let's set those expectations. Let's set dates next to this. Even if you do not meet that date, go back and still say, hey, I didn't meet this date, but why? Analyze it, recap it. What can you do differently? And set another date. Set short-term goals, whether it's a weekly goal, whether it's 3 months goal, 6 months goal, so you plan your whole year out. Give yourself some dates.
All right. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this. Thanks for tuning in to Positive Vibes.
We'll be right back.
I like spending my time with you, with you, with you. I like sharing my life with you, with you, with you, with you. I like when you hold my hand. I like the time we spend together, the way I can depend on you. I like having you around, 'cause you never let me down. And I know that you like it too, yeah. So easy, so easy, so easy loving you. It's so easy, so easy, so easy. I like starting each day with you, with you, with you. I like sharing my joy with you, with you, with you, with you. I like it when you make me smile and you make it worth the while. In a special way you care for me. I like knowing what you do is honest and true. You're everything I wanna be. So easy, so easy, so easy to love you. You're so easy to love. You're so easy loving you. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Easy as ABC. You're so comfortable, lovable, magical, incredible. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Easy as ABC. You know the deal, the way I feel. You keep it real. So easy to run to, turn to. You're so easy to run to. You're so easy to run to, so easy to turn to, so easy to love you. Oh, you never let me down. I like having you around. Oh, you never let me frown. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. You never let me down. 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 Oh, you never.
Welcome back to Positive Vibes Radio Show. Today we on IntellectualRadio.com.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a little flow to me, you know.
I promise you.
You can call in at 708-223-8953 if you have any questions. I am your host, Tierra R. We're sitting here with our special guest, Industry on
On
Blast
Blast.
is here. We have the CEO Rashad.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
in here
Nice
with
to-
Lily and Tasha in here
Yes,
too.
I was getting there.
Yes.
I was going down the road, Lily. See, you pick up good. You flow good, Lily. We thank you for joining us.
No, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So, for those who don't know what Industry on Blast is, because let us know.
Oh, well, Industry on Blast is one of your, if not the most controversial urban blog um, on Instagram right now. We're over 500,000. Um, just outside of just what goes on, we just bring you guys just the hottest entertainment news, urban news there is from um your Black China scandals on down to your reality stars. I mean, just down to regular people. We cover it all.
And I
Yeah.
love that about y'all
Yes.
because you guys put down like you do tributes to people who passed away.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, we show love.
you
Yes,
show
for
love
everybody.
to everyone,
Like,
and it's not
seriously.
just like a gossip, like getting your daily gossip. Like you put up inspirational posts. So
We
I
do.
love that
We do.
about
We
Industry
definitely
on
do.
Blast. We got Industry on Blast.
We're definitely a Christian blog as well too.
I love when they say
It's a
that
laugh.
too.
Hallelujah.
They say we a
Definitely.
Christian
Won't
blog.
he
Why
do
y'all
it?
cursing
He
under
did
my
it.
comments?
What he
Yeah.
doing? What he doing? So,
Yeah.
what made you come up with? How did you start Industry on Blast?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, just with just sitting down with a few celebrity clients and just kind of just scamming over just ideas of just everything. Um, and at this time, it wasn't that many like blogs that were like kind of like going on. You know what I'm saying? So it was really kind of fresh and new. Um, so you know what I'm saying? It started almost kind of started maybe like a joke in a sense, and then it just really kind of just took off for like what it was. Um, and of course, I mean, there are some people like behind it who kind of make things happen too. So
So you kind of missed our positive word of the day, which is honest. So how is Industry on Blast, like being honest, like different than any other blast? First, I want to know, how did you even come up with that name, like Industry on Blast?
And be
Like,
honest too.
yeah, what was like the
Yeah.
meaning behind the name?
Good question.
you know, I mean, because everything, I mean, we didn't want to, I mean, be like, okay, like the Shade Room or like Ball Alert. I mean, the Industry on Blast is the industry. And then just under that, there's just so many different other things that would, no saying that falls into the industry. So with that being what it is, that's why we cover a large range of what goes
And
on.
I love that. It's not just like you said, celebrities. It's any person. Like you give people shout outs.
Right.
You like, hey, come into my DM, comment.
Exactly.
And I love the fact that you had the GoFundMe for the family in need.
We did
That
definitely
was
do that.
that
yeah.
was a great. Oh God, I was like, look at them.
Yeah,
And
'cause
it's
you
not a
know-
negative. They got some good vibes.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
they be trying to like, we just always like, so like, oh, this and that. But like, no, like we do good things.
That's
like,
good.
Good thing. So yes,
Positive
it would
vibes.
be separate.
Positive vibes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know what I'm saying? Usually stuff like that don't kind of
Tell your people if they want to call in and ask you a question.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, guys. If you guys want to call in and ask a question,
You're gonna be
just
like, Lily,
dial
looking back.
Just dial
708
708
223
223
8953.
8953.
We gotta tell them how we ready to him at the airport because Lily.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
See, look, so let me be honest with y'all. Like, if I see someone, I'm real shy.
Yeah.
And
No, she
even
not.
I am shy. And even
ain't no
around, like,
shy.
I've been around a lot of celebrities working in the industry, and I will just do my job and do it well, you know? But I seen Rashad in the airport with one of these shirts on, and I'm just like, he was on the phone, and I'm like, hey, come here.
She was a groupie.
No, before she
I
did
wasn't
that,
even being a
before she did
groupie,
that,
though.
she was like, you know what? I think that they heard industry on
I
Blast
said, I
because
think he must
that's-
work with him.
Should I
I'm
ask
like,
him?
come here. And he on the phone.
We gotta
Gotta
call.
call in.
All right, we gotta call.
call.
in.
Let's
Let's
get the
call
call.
her.
Press the on, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know, Lily's
So I just want to know if the guy who's in the video is the guy who's been behind the tape since day one.
They trying to put you on blast.
They
Goodness
trying to put you
gracious.
on blast.
Industry
You
on
trying to
blast.
make him be honest today.
Here's a question.
There are some heavy hitters behind the page, of course.
Can I be 100% honest?
Go
You
ahead.
talk a lot about Black women, and you try to bait and talk a lot of trash, and you're mad ugly, bro. Make nerves, the fact that you're behind the page.
We're going to disconnect
Yeah,
this
we're
call
no,
because
don't
it's all
disconnect
about-
it. No, don't
we-
disconnect.
You're behind it.
No, it's
No,
all about positive
We don't.
vibes,
No,
honey.
listen. We don't talk negative about Black women. I mean, what are you referring to?
I can honestly say from the top of my head, there's a lot of posters say shit trying to compare these old little Beckys. So you know what you do. I don't even have to say it. You know what you do. Just the fact that you're behind it is comical. That's all I want to
Can I
do.
comment?
You're a joke.
Can I come in?
Well, don't.
Okay.
Okay, boo. But we're positive vibes,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
want to
hang
be
on.
positive.
Yeah, so
So we're gonna disconnect.
Yeah, she's entitled to feel
Yeah,
like
people
how she
entitled to
wants.
their
Yeah, she's
opinions.
entitled to feel
But
like how
guess
she
what? But
wants
the
to feel.
positive thing about that is you have to be somebody important for her to follow you to know exactly
And
what
to
for
and
get
that's
up.
right.
So
and
So
that's all
therefore,
in.
she's
So-
one of your viewers. She's one of your haters. She's one of your pushers. So
Yeah.
hey, call back when
I
you get a
mean,
chance.
yeah, I mean,
Good
And look,
that's-
job.
thank you for
Well-
following him, because at the end of the day, we're being honest and we are comfortable
Yes.
within ourselves. We know it's just entertainment.
At the end of the day,
how
and then
you gotta learn
and-
how to look past that. What they put out, it's all entertainment.
That was going to be my next question too before she called, because how do you deal with the negativity you get from and the backlash from the post that you have? How do you turn that into a positive thing and not let it get to you, or
at the end of the day, it's not just a free for all filter type of thing. There are things that are censored. I mean, or there's things that if it's just not proper, it just don't, we're not going to do it. But I mean, for the most part, it's entertainment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes.
We're not hurting anybody. You know what I'm saying? We're not.
He always talk
making
about the
anybody
Dominicans,
secure.
but I know
I
he loves
mean,
Jamaicans too.
It's everybody.
Look,
I mean,
I'm
we
Jamaican.
love, right? You know what I'm saying? We love Dominicans. I mean, Puerto Ricans, blacks. I mean, it's on down. I mean, and once again, I have a wide variety of just writers. So, I mean, it's put together. It's like a melting pot, and it makes an awesome dish.
I
and
agree,
everyone
because
should-
I agree that some people need laughter. Some people take things very serious and they get uptight, but if you confident in you and you honest in you, evidently it's some
It
form of
wouldn't
you that is
affect
it wouldn't
you.
affect
Like
you.
you would
Correct.
it'll just roll off, just like when I was
Sure.
just talking about
'Cause
earlier,
half of
like
shit is
being
really,
let's
really
push
funny.
this.
like when I was talking about earlier, even being honest within myself, knowing, hey, I am a chocolate woman, I am a petite woman. Like I don't have to try to be something, get big boobs, a fake butt, or bleach my skin to fit in. Like this is who you are.
Exactly.
So if you're confident within yourself, like what people would be like, oh, all light skinned girls are prettier than dark skinned girls. That wouldn't affect me, because I know, like, hey,
And that's your
You're
opinion.
confident.
yeah, that's your opinion,
Yeah.
first of all. And I know I'm honest enough to know, like, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. So, bye, hun. Look, what is that? Bye, Felicia.
Right. At the end of the day.
Well, you know what? But in the industry, when it comes to entertainment, that's what sells. It's no different from Love and Hip Hop. There's no different from
That is true.
Chicago Black Ink. It
Right.
sells. There's a lot of reality shows. You get a bunch of women in one room, what's going to happen? A fight is going to break out.
You ain't
gonna
Somebody's
see them
going to talk about
talking.
somebody.
You ain't
Even
gonna
when
see
they
no
talk about
praying.
Black China. Black China know how to make her money.
Exactly.
But guess
But
what?
they talk about her like a dog.
They do.
They say, you know,
It don't-
they
it don't
just
stop
talking
her.
about her today because she
You-
got a new 19-year-old boyfriend. But she's probably got that contract, so.
I mean, yeah.
You know, a lot
Yeah.
of people focus on everybody else's grass except their own.
And then
if you're gonna say something negative, it's just like, just if you feel you don't like what somebody's doing, just encourage them. Say something positive.
Look, what is it?
But
If
you
you
know-
don't
If she
have
didn't
nothing
like
nice
it,
to say, don't
could've-
say it at all.
don't-
But
Yeah,
you
it's
know, the negative is so it's so easy to kind of grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
I
the
know.
positive. I mean, people kind of sometimes kind of look over the positive,
They
maybe,
do.
but like something like that negative comment, like you kind of tune dead into that. So I mean, that's what they want a response. That's basically
That's true.
that's all. That's what they want a
Yeah,
response.
That's
So.
true.
That is
Well, you
true.
handle it good, and I like
Oh,
the positive
no,
way you handle it because
yeah,
you was
no.
like, you went. I'm
He put the
talk to
industry
her.
on
Yeah.
blast.
You know, you was like, no, she got free will to
I was
speak.
like,
Yeah,
hey,
like-
you know,
Like
Kudos
that
to
goes
you.
back to what we were
Somebody just
stating.
talk to her.
That
Yeah.
your opinion is your opinion. My
I
opinion
might
is
could
my
have
opinion.
converted her
Exactly.
over. I mean, I just know saying
But I
she has the
mean-
opportunity because they don't get the opportunity. They don't get
that
this.
to see you.
Exactly. They don't really get this.
Now, my next question would be, just like how that just happened, because a lot of people don't know who behind the scenes of Baller Alert, World Star, or Industry on Blast. So,
Mhm, right.
do you feel like because now they see, like now the attack is gonna get real? Do you try to stay behind the scenes? Like, was this easy for you, or you already knew some backlash was gonna come?
Just like outside of just kind of like on the industry on blast, like I'm a celebrity booking agent, so I book a lot of celebrities. So I am out there, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm visual. So it was never a problem. Like I didn't mind. At the end of the day, like it can only you know what I'm saying, just make me hotter. I got one of the hottest platforms out here. So I never kind of shunned from it. Well, okay, I'm behind it. Initially, yeah, because once again, I deal with a lot of celebrities. We have hosted some of these people, and after some of these people have found out that whose situation it was, or
Yeah.
you know, the face of everything, yeah, they have reached out, and we kind of basically cleared things up, certain things, and you know what I'm saying, yeah, just cleared them up, and you know what I'm saying, for business purposes and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like, no, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. You see me out, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to be, because a lot of them aren't visible, you know what I'm saying? Like,
be available.
right, a lot of
Right.
them, like, they aren't. So, yeah, because you don't see these people, like, at red carpet events. Like, you
Yeah.
don't see them at the hottest parties. Like,
So I have a question to anyone like wanting to start their own like blog. Like, what type of advice would you like give them? Like, one of your biggest hurdles or obstacles that you had to like endure getting that up?
Just with somebody wanting to start one, I just think just be organic, be original.
Be
with
honest.
with your content. Just be original, be funny with your content. It's definitely stay current with what's going on. And yeah, I mean, just if you're organic with it, you know what I'm saying, your content is pretty cool and you're putting it together pretty, you know what I'm saying, pretty nicely. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, put together original ideas, like the IOB Awards. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Did y'all
I've
ever see?
seen
Yeah,
it.
so
Mhm.
I mean that when I say like it was insane, actually we're kind of gearing up for that.
Yes, I want to come. We should have a party,
Yeah.
IOB party.
And we're in the works with that too.
that
Yeah.
you know what celebrities do you love working with that you have already did like work with?
Look, this is being honest right
yes.
now. Your
Honest.
top
And probably
two,
one that you want to talk
top
about
two
too.
celebrities that you like really love
Really?
working with.
I can say like I love working with Juju. Like,
Juju?
yeah, Juju.
Who is Juju? The one who used to date Cameron?
Right, Cameron.
Okay.
Yeah. I love cause Juju, like, yeah,
She
she's just
look down to earth.
yeah,
too.
Juju's just so cool and laid back. But she about her business, and like once the business ain't her, like, you know what I'm saying, she
would
like
have
really
fun.
yeah, and we had got closer just because some things were posted on IOB about her, like, you know what I'm saying, like just with a lot of stuff going on, so had to clear it up, and that kind of like brought us like a little closer in a sense. But yeah, I love
And I
working with
love
Juju.
that
That's my
you
baby.
even said, because we talked about this too previously, that he said that some celebrities contact him and say like, hey, can you take this down?
A lot.
Hey, I don't like
Yeah.
this. And he's like
Right.
an honest blog to say like, okay, if you didn't, like what I put, I would delete it. Other
Mhm.
blogs would be like, I don't care. This is what I do. This is my entertainment.
Exactly.
So I do commend you for that, because
Thank
it's
you.
like,
Yeah.
we were just talking about our positive vibe of the word was honest, and just you acknowledging like, hey, that hurt their feelings, or they didn't really, maybe that's not true,
Mhm.
so.
Yeah. No, yeah, I will. Yeah, I definitely will take certain things down.
So now who is the least person that you like to work with?
My second favorite outside of that, I have to say is
You gonna
It's
make him answer the
Miracle.
negative question?
Yeah, it's
Who is
Miracle.
Miracle? I don't
Miracle
know.
Watts.
Oh, Miracle Watch.
Yeah.
She's super cute.
That was negative.
I love her. How was that negative?
The least. You gonna put the man on blast?
Yes.
Well, I'm down here quiet.
Hey, you gonna make the man truly honest? That was a good question.
I have one I worked with a lot of celebrities too, and I have some people that I feel like,
right. Some do have some
rather pass from them, and then
but I wouldn't put them on blast.
Yeah, he industry on blast.
Now we're about industry on blast, right?
Yes.
But I have a question.
Okay.
I want to know who is Rashad.
Thank you.
Who is Rashad outside of the industry on blast? Who is Rashad that stands behind the celebrities, behind the scenes, that's the pushing the goer? Who is Rashad?
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
That's an honest question.
Yeah, Rashad. Rashad is this person. He just sits back. He's really cool, laid back, observant. Loves.
We were just talking about that because she said we should date people from
I didn't
McDonald's.
say we should date. I just said don't count him out. McDonald's. Don't count him out. You know, he may be a hard-working person.
Come on, interrupt him. I want to hear this. This is good.
Yeah, he's very caring, giving. Not so much needy. Can do his own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you balance Rashad with industry on blast?
That is a good question because I get consumed in so much I just get consumed just in so much work, so I don't always have time like for Rashad, you know what I'm saying? So I have to work more on I gotta work better on that, just kind of balancing more of the
you
two.
Time.
Exactly, because I'm a Virgo, so
Hey, Virgo in the house.
Yeah, we August 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, so we get.
That's Aaliyah's birthday, or that was the day
she
died.
died.
Yes, that's why I always.
We love Aaliyah too.
I love Aaliyah. I just bought her little makeup stuff.
Yeah.
I have a question to what you just said. Do you feel like Rashad is living in purpose?
Yeah. And why I say that because I love like helping people and in the sense of helping them maybe achieve like to the next level in a sense. So I'm still helping people and giving them, you know what I'm saying, like services they needed. So I still feel that I'm needed in a sense. And that kind of keeps me going.
So where do you see yourself in your purpose though, in the next 2 to 3 years? Like, where do you see yourself growing with IOB or even branching out, doing more things?
Oh, well, we do got some reality projects.
Nice.
Yeah, on the table that is going to be, of course, is going to just make IOB even more hotter than what it is. Outside of that, have an app that we're working on right now, which is going to do really good because now we kind of won't be, because a lot of stuff we don't, but I mean, because it's Instagram and you got they can delete it. We've been deleted so many times. We've hired lawyers to get.
I know, because I swear I'm a fan of y'all, and I remember y'all got deleted. I'm like, what?
We have deleted.
I have a lot of. I only follow 2 blogs that I like. So that Industry on Blast is one of them. And I'm like, where they go? And I'll search it and then I'll be like, oh, there they go with the underscore.
Yeah, we because if we done been deleted over 5 times. But if we had not been deleted, I would be over 2 million. But it's just how things in this kind of work. But I mean,
and do you ever think it's because maybe not even because of the content, because you're maybe a threat to those big blogs? Do you think they ever has a play in that, people getting deleted?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because it's only for real. It's only the Shade Room and Bottle Alert that's big, Famous ENT. You remember Famous? Is that famous? You didn't like them? No. Well, I mean, they deleted it now still, right?
How long have you had Industry on Blast?
They changed their name.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that. I don't even know what they had.
How long have you had Industry on Blast?
Since 2014.
Oh, nice.
2014?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So is
Yeah.
Instagram your biggest platform? Are you guys on other social
Oh
media?
yeah, we have Facebook, Twitter, and all that other stuff. Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, it is one of the biggest platforms.
Awesome.
So
plug your stuff real fast before we get to go. So plug all your social media.
Oh well, yeah. Well, everybody, make sure
Still
you
got
guys.
7 minutes.
Well, we got.
You can go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I could do that at the end. Then.
Okay. I thought we was
Lily moving really.
because it's only like 5 minutes I feel left.
I can do that.
No, you can give your social media outlet right now.
Oh well, make sure everyone just follow the industry on blast underscore, and then follow the backup page, which is the industry on blast X. The original industry on blast page, which is over 600,000. I will have that page back like really soon. We're kind of working really, really hard to get it back because they just be so mad at that page. Like goodness gracious, they be so mad. But then we're gonna get them like all combined, and then we're gonna be.
You can do that. Combine both of the pages.
Yeah, you can combine them.
So then you'll be like 800K followers.
No, we'll be over that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna combine the backup page.
Right, leave that.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one to combine the other two though.
So much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to say, Tasha?
I want to say so much though, but I know I have to keep it very limited. I want to say you're going places.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
You are really going places, not because of what you're doing now.
Come on, Spirit.
It's because who you are in the back scene.
Thank you.
You give out what you want. And sometimes what we want, we don't get. So we hide like a turtle, right? So when we're in that turtle shell, we kind of stay hidden and we feel like helping other people. But I want you to know that it's time for you to fly. First, love you. Right. It's time for you to know who you are. And once you take that time out to balance yourself, you will go so much further. Put you first. The business is already there. You didn't already lay the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Put you first. Take time out. Shut your phone down. Okay. Take time out because when you so all over the place, things get overwhelmed. You can't breathe. You can't live. It's just like, here we go again. You need that restart button.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, that restart, but you're going places.
Okay.
So yes, I do see that the attacks come when they want to shut you down. But when there's anointing and calling on your life, all you need is that one.
She's going to take us to church. Come on.
Amen.
Okay.
And you got that one. You are the one.
Mm.
What's in you is what's pushing you. That's laying your foundation. You're not going to have time for everything else.
And that's what we do here at Positive Vibes as well. Like to encourage. You know what I mean? It's not so much as focus on the negative and all the. I myself and oh my God, Lord, I've been with her for weeks and praying, but it's bring something out of you that you didn't know that you had within you. Mm-hmm. In a world full of so much negativity. And when I asked you the question about your purpose, I wanted to know, was that something that you were passionate about and that made Rashad happy? And do Rashad know what makes him happy?
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel that you're doing a lot of things that's making you happy and around people that's helping you to grow and be happy?
Yeah, because you know why? I've seen like my progress just go up and up, and I haven't really been at a standstill. So I've been really like, I am meeting and coming across the right people who I need to kind of come across in this whole process that I'm doing right now. But I am happy. Yeah, if I'm able to make somebody else happy, like I'm happy, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes me happy.
That's good. I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah,
you can make somebody else happy. That makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people, they're not thinking of anybody else's happiness, let alone care. And then people could have you misunderstood, have Rashad misunderstood because of the industry on blast.
Right.
So that's why I asked that question. Even for the people that's following you and watching you, they may feel that Rashad is a negative person and he feeds off this.
Right.
But this is just entertainment. But Rashad has a heart and he is happy when he makes other people happy as well. Even when you laugh, you making them laugh when they see your post,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You have to.
I'm glad you did
enjoy life.
kind of bring that out because
Yeah, I
some
didn't
people
want to
just
focus too much on.
they do just think I'm just like
But
they think oh wait like and like then some like it even's like kind of sometimes be them like kind of like having me not even want like to speak to like certain people because I'm like oh my goodness I don't remember like what we posted about them and they probably fucking like so I'll be have to like almost in a way kind of like be cautious in a sense because I mean I even like and it got to the point like I didn't have to like hire security and stuff like when I go out like out of town so yeah it'd be like
It's that serious, huh?
it gets really serious like no I've been attacked and
Wow.
everything
So,
before.
so you said you book celebrities, right?
Hmm.
What do you mean? So, what do you mean you book them?
Um, like like buyers or promoters like in different markets, different states, like they reach out to me, and they be like they want to let's say like they want to book starting out they want to book Black China. Say her. Um, I mean I know Black China's management over there. I know her assistant, so I just simply reach out to them. Debt available. I know, you know what I'm saying, how much she is. She's 20,000, you know what I'm saying, send it back over to them. They good with it, send a contract, you know what I'm saying, we kind of down. I'm basically like the
See, you said that real quick.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
you
it's
do it,
really
huh?
it's really like that simple. Like and you know what I'm saying, that's all I just you know what I'm saying, worry about and make sure she there on time and you know what I'm saying, really kind of just get done with it. Chicago is one of my biggest markets. Houston is another one of my biggest markets. Book a lot in LA too. So
You were in LA. And that's how
hmm
we saw you at the airport.
BET Awards.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a good look
But
because
yeah,
I was
So
BET
there
where's your
Awards.
too.
next? Where's your next like venture? Where are you going next?
Um, well, I just found out about the ESPYs, so I don't know. I
Oh, let's
mean,
go.
I don't know.
Look,
I
we
mean,
lit
we're kind of
there.
thinking about the ESPYs. But of course, the hip hop awards, like
Oh
yeah, hip
yes,
hop awards definitely.
Okay.
that's nice.
Hip
What
hop
about
awards.
the Essence Festival? Do you guys do that, or is that not really your crowd?
Um, I'm down to anything. Like no, like
Right.
I mean, just to
Because that's
get it
coming
out
up
there.
too. Maybe that's actually this week. So maybe
The
that's all
Essence,
the
really?
Essence. Festival.
I
I
didn't know it
think
was
it
coming
is
up so
some.
fast.
Yeah, I think it's either this weekend actually.
Okay, I
Because
didn't
I
know it
know
was
a
so
lot of people
fast.
were talking about that, asking me if I was going.
Essence dope though. I mean, they get it out
What do
there.
you find challenging about being well known? A lot of people they want to be well known. They want to be seen. They want to be, it want their followers. They want to be in that limelight. So, what do you find challenging about being in the limelight?
Um. I mean, you know what? Like I've been like kind of behind it so much. Like it ain't like I just know like get in, do what you got to do, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Try to limit the negativity, the BS, the most that you can. But I mean, for the most part, like just try to appear pretty cool and decent to the public for the most part. Speak when spoken to, and I mean that's just what it is. Like, and just keep it moving.
Okay.
I love when you said speak when spoken to because
That's
that's
it,
the
right?
truth. Because
That's it.
you can't really approach a lot of celebrities or
Right.
like they're not gonna take
They're
it
not gonna approach you either. So I mean,
exactly.
That's
So you
true.
so
just
other than that,
keep
then
it cool, calm and
and just keep
collective.
it
That's true.
moving.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm
That
saying?
is
Somebody
true.
say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? And
Yep, and keep it
that's
moving.
it, right?
That's what I think. Because you there to do a job anyway,
At the end
right?
of the day,
So it's like I'm working. This is me working. Hey, I might plug my little business, but
whatever it
let
may
me
be.
keep it moving.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Wow. This
I'm
I'm
looking
just
at
so
this.
full.
Mr. Earl, this thing you got up here still on the same.
10 minutes.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All
Okay,
right.
No,
sorry.
okay.
Cool. So before we
Wow.
wrap it up, Mr. Rashad.
Yeah.
Rashad likes making people happy. So we know that, right? That's what make you happy.
I
Yeah.
want to
That's
know
what makes me happy.
what can we do personally to make you happy outside of making other people happy? Because I love helping people. I'm a Virgo. September 13th.
You a Virgo too?
I
Oh, damn.
am.
Oh, okay.
So you
These
know we got
Virgos
Okay.
is
something in
something
common.
else.
I love
Yeah.
helping people. I love seeing people
That's
smile.
me,
The
right?
hospitality, that's me. We about to
Uh-huh.
figure this thing out, what we need to
Exactly.
do.
Yeah,
So
we're
I want to
problem
know,
solvers.
right? So I need to know what can I do for you?
I mean, you know what? Just being here is enough for me. But in particular, I mean, you know,
You came as the industry on blast. I
just
want to
pray
know.
for me. That's it.
Oh, we
Amen.
got you on
Amen.
that
That's
What's
one.
all. Just
that?
do that for me. You know what I'm saying? I got some some things that
I
need to
see.
get pushed through. Just give me
I
that.
got you. As soon as we get
Just
outside.
give you those positive vibes.
Yeah, that's
Give
it.
you
Right?
those
Yeah,
positive
that's
vibes.
it. That's all I need. Like
Stay
I'm gonna be
focused.
good, and when I get bigger, when I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do that.
Really
You
chop
already
it up.
did.
You
are
big.
big.
That's goals. You trying to get bigger.
Bigger, exactly.
Yes.
On a different
You never
level.
feel like you made it. That's good.
That's how you
Exactly.
have to
That's how you
stay
have to be.
grounded within yourself.
Yeah,
and
of
be
course.
honest within yourself. Because if you already think, oh, I got all these followers, I'm this,
Nah.
like,
No, he's
you have to-
definitely humble.
Yeah.
Not that
and
you're
I like
humble.
that.
And
And people don't think that though. They be
You are
like, they
humble.
don't. I be like, no.
He was very humble because when we met him at the airport, wrapping it up, but as we met him at the airport, he put us on his live. Like he took his time and he didn't even have to come here.
Over to us.
Yeah.
Like he was literally
He had a whole
He
conversation.
was literally on the phone, and I'm like,
Because I didn't think that you were talking to me. I'm like, oh my god.
And you came. I was like, oh, he really came. Okay.
Yes.
Because I didn't think you were gonna come. You
And
know?
I'm like,
I-
oh my goodness, do you work for Industry of Glass? He said, I'm the CEO.
He's a busy man.
Yes,
But
it was
LA
like so-
is one of our biggest
Yeah.
demographics out there. So like just BT weekend, like that was like, oh no,
That was
like
epic. Them awards. My first time going, and it was
I'm
was
going next year.
definitely a
Putting it out there in the
beautiful
atmosphere.
Yes,
experience
put it
that
out
I would
there.
never
Yeah.
take for granted. It really is. So
It is.
it was dope out there. I like it.
yes.
I love the BET
Well, we thank you for
Awards.
tuning in with us and joining us
Industry
today.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
And we thank all our
hi.
viewers for tuning in and watching the show tonight. And we thank Industry on Blast, Rashad, for coming out. We thank you,
Thank
Lily. We
you
thank you,
guys for
Tasha.
having
We thank
me.
you, Earl. We thank you, everybody on IntellectualRadio.com. And I'm your host, Tiara Reed.
And
Next
your co-host,
Sunday.
Lily B. What's up, guys? Have a good night.
Good night.
Spending my time with you, with you, with you. I like sharing my life with you, with you, with you. I like when you hold my hand. I like the time we spend together. The way I can depend on you. I like having you around, 'cause you never let me down. And I know that you like it too.